Hello, welcome to my channel. Today I will discuss about the anatomy of stomach. Here we all know about stomach situation, stomach shape, stomach capacity, and some general features of stomach's structural characteristics, stomach innervation, and blood supply of stomach, etc. We all know about stomach. Okay, so now I will say what is stomach. Okay, we all have to know first about stomach. What is stomach? Stomach is the most dilated part of gastrointestinal tract between esophagus and duodenum. And stomach situation is its the stomach is located situated in epigastrium region, left hypochondrium region, and umbilical position. Okay, and if we see the shape of the stomach, then we see that the stomach is a J-shaped hollow muscular bag connected to the esophagus at its upper end and to the duodenum at the lower end. Okay, and the capacity of stomach is at birth time 50 ml, puberty time on 100 ml, on 1000 ml, and at adulthood from 500 ml. Okay, and the shape of the stomach depends on the content of food within it. Empty stomach looks like cow horn. Okay, when the stomach is empty, then the stomach looks like and cow horn. Now, I will say about some general features of stomach. If we see anatomically the stomach, then we got so many features in stomach. General features such as surface, opening, end, sphincter, curvature, omentum, and canal and nerve. Okay, and here you can see that most of the features of the stomach goes by two, such as surface. There are two surfaces in stomach. The first one is anterior superior, and the second one is posterior inferior. And two opening in stomach: cardiac opening and pyloric opening. And there are two end in stomach. First one is cardiac end and the second one is pyloric end. And there are two sphincter in stomach. First one is cardiac sphincter and the second one is pyloric sphincter. And also you got two curvature in stomach. First one is greater curvature and the last one is lesser curvature. And you also got omentum in stomach. First one is greater omentum and the second one is lesser omentum. Okay, and there's also present canal. The first two canal, first one is gastric canal and the second one is pyloric canal. And also there's presence nerves. The first nerve is anterior gastric nerve and the second one is posterior gastric nerve. So these all are the general features of stomach. Now, now I will discuss a brief description about the parts of the stomach. If we see anatomically the stomach, then we will got three parts of stomach. Okay, the first one is fundus, and the second one is body, and the third one is pyloric part. Okay, then here the pyloric part is again divided into two portion: pyloric antrum and pyloric canal. So we got mainly three parts of the stomach. The first one is fundus, the second one is body, and the third one is pyloric part. Now we will say about the fundus. What is fundus? Okay, fundus is the part of the stomach above the plane at the lane of cardiac notch. Okay, it is convex upwards, extending up to the level of left fifth intercostal space, where it's come into contact with apex of heart, separated by the diaphragm. Okay, and you can see that the fundus part of the stomach lies on the gastric area of the visceral surface of spleen. Fundus contains gas within it, and also heavy meal. And also you can see that at heavy meals, fundus of stomach creates pressures of apex of heart, resulting palpitation. When someone eat too much food or too much heavy meal, then the fundus of stomach creates pressure of apex of heart and resulting then palpitation. Okay, now I will say about the body. Now the second part of stomach is body. What is body? Body is the part of stomach starting from fundus up to the level drawn by incisura angularis up to a bulging of the opposite side on a greater curvature. Okay, so body is the part of stomach starting from fundus up to the level drawn by incisura angularis. Now the third parts of the stomach is pyloric part. So I will give you all a brief description about the pyloric part. What is pyloric part? Pyloric part is the part of the stomach starting from body up to the pyloric constriction. Okay, it is again divided. I mean, pyloric part is again divided into two parts by an imaginary line drawn by incisura angularis and sulcus intermediatus. Okay, and these two divisions are pyloric antrum and the pyloric canal. Okay, now it's all about the parts of the stomach, fundus, body, and pyloric part. Now I will discuss about something, the surface. There are we got in general features of stomach two surfaces. First one is anterior superior surface and the second one is posterior inferior surface. So in anterior superior surface there are two sides, left side and right side. We there's some relation to the left side and some right side is relation to some things, some structures. So in left sides there's presence diaphragm, heart with pericardium, left lung with pleura, 9th to 11th costal region, gastric area of spleen and the transverse abdominis muscles. Okay, and the right sides there are present some structures such as left and quadrate lobe of liver, transverse colon, anterior abdominal wall and gastric triangle. So it's all about the anterior superior surfaces, left side and right sides, some structures. Okay, now I will say the second surface of the stomach is a posterior inferior surface. Now I will say about the posterior inferior surface. The posterior inferior surface, if we see the posterior inferior surface, there are so many there's the stomach lies on the on some structures. There's lies some structures such as left kidney, left suprarenal gland, left colic flexor, left crus of diaphragm, body of pancreas, transverse mesocolon, splenic artery. Okay, all these structures are conjoining called stomach bed in supine position. If someone asks you give what is stomach bed, then you all have to give answer that the posterior inferior surface of stomach lies some structures such as left kidney, left suprarenal gland, left colic flexor, left crus of diaphragm, body of pancreas, transverse mesocolon, splenic artery. All these structures are conjoining called stomach bed in supine position. Okay, now it's the all about descriptions of about the anterior superior surface and posterior inferior surface. Okay. Okay, now I will discuss about the structure of stomach. Okay, in structure of stomach we got from outside to inwards the structure. Okay, so there are if we see the structure of stomach, then we got mainly four layers in stomach. Okay, the first layer is serous layer, and the second layer is muscular layer, and the third layer is submucosal layer, and the fourth one is mucosal layer. Okay, so we got four layers in structure of stomach. So now the serous layer is a single layer of epithelial cell called mesothelium, and the muscular layer is a content with three muscle layer such as longitudinal muscle layer, circular muscle layer, and also the oblique muscle layer. Okay, and now I will say about the submucosal layer. Their submucosal layer is presence of loose connective tissues, the supports of mucosa, and the mucosal layers, they are layers of mucosa inside the stomachs from inside to the to outside, such as surface epithelium, lamina propria, and muscular mucosa. And here you can see in muscular layer that there we got already three muscle layer, that longitudinal muscle layer, circular muscle layer, oblique muscle layer. And if we deeply see the longitudinal muscle layer, we got two layer, two also a sub layer. Okay, the first one is superficial layer and the second one is tip layer. So in superficial layer, they are present at fundus and body of stomach. Above it is continuous with longitudinal muscle of esophagus. Okay, and also you can see the circular muscle layer. Circular muscle layer are present throughout of the stomach, and the oblique muscle layer is present only fundus and body of the stomach. Okay, so now I will say about the mucous membrane, that the mucous membrane is the thrown into folds which is called rugae. Okay, so you all have to ask that if someone asked you that what is rugae, then you all have to give answer that mucous membrane is thrown into folds in stomach which is called rugae. Okay, now there are present some glands, or in stomach there are present some glands also, such as cardiac gland, body gland. Okay, so in cardiac gland, at the cardiac end of stomach there is gland secreting mucus, that is cardiac gland. And also they are situated at the fundus and body of stomach. It has two types: glands containing zymogenic cells and glands containing oxyntic cell. Okay, or I means there are two types of gland in stomach, such as cardiac gland and body gland. Okay, now I will give you all a brief description about the artery supply, I means blood supply of stomach. Okay, now I will say about the artery supply, that there are left gastric artery, branch of celiac artery in stomach, and also present right gastric artery, branch of hepatic artery. Okay, these two arteries again divided into two divisions and automosis to each other along the lesser curvature on the both surface of stomach, and supply blood accordingly. Okay, and also the third artery is left gastroepiploic artery, that is the branch of splenic artery, and also right gastroepiploic artery, branch of gastroduodenal artery. Okay, and these two arteries divided into two divisions and autonomous to each other along the greater curvature on both the surface of stomach. Okay, and supplies blood accordingly. And the fifth artery is short gastric arteries containing 4 to 5 branches from splenic artery, supplies blood to the fundus of stomach. Okay, and the posterior gastric artery, branch of splenic artery, supplies blood to the body and the pyloric part of stomach on posterior inferior surface of stomach. Okay, so now the venous drainage of the stomach. What the venous drainage? There are so many veins present in stomach that supply blood in the venous, such as left gastric vein, right gastric vein, left gastroepiploic vein, right gastroepiploic vein, short gastric veins 4 to 5 tributaries, posterior gastric vein, and also pre-pyloric vein. Okay, so all about these are the blood supply, I means artery and venous supply of stomach. Okay, so it's the all about discuss from the anatomy of stomach. If you like and understand this topic, then please share and comment and like this channel. Okay, thank you.